Hi everybody, Barb here from Totally Inked. www.barbhopper.stampinup.net is where you'll find my store. These are the club cards that we were supposed to do in April. However, pneumonia and COVID decided to hit our house instead. So we're not having any in-person classes for at least another week. Anyway, I sent some of you your cards already made in the mail, and some of you got the card kits to make. So I'll just go over how I did them real quick for either those who have to make them or those who wanted to know how I made them. The first one is this Valentine card, and this is very, very simple. It's just a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock, and I cut off a triangle or an angle. Then I took some designer series paper and cut it 4 by 5 1/4 and put that on this triangular piece. This piece is 3 1/4 by 8 1/2 scored at 4 1/4. And the piece that goes on here is just 3 by 4 1/4. So you can either do it vertical or you can do it horizontal. Same card, same measurements, whole different look. I sent you all the hearts. I think I may have forgotten to add your greeting piece. I'm sorry, but you could just use cut out a rectangle piece. So again, it's just the same 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 4 1/4, cut on the diagonal. This piece that goes on this 3 1/4 by 8 1/2 piece is 3 by 4, and of course your hearts. And you could do this with any designer series paper. So that was card number 1. Card number 2, and I'll make this one later, is just a sweet little card to use up some designer series paper. I love this Flowering Fields paper. And this spot right here can either be used for a message, or you could put a gift card in there. This could be birthday, this could be anniversary, this could be thinking of you, it could be anything. And this is just 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This piece is 4 by 5 1/4. This piece is 4 1/4 by 9 3/4. And when I make this card with you, I will go over the score marks for you. And last but not least, and the first card that I will show you how to do is the Ladybug card. I had some requests to use the Ladybug punch, and this card is really quite easy. It's just a regular piece of cardstock, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4, and scored at 2 1/8, I do believe. Then you will need 3 pieces of designer series paper. So I will go through how to do this card from beginning to end. Alrighty, so those are our cards. Let's get started with this card right here. So we have our card base, and we're going to fold it. Here's my score blade. This is my other score blade, so this will work. We're just going to score that at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. So again, it's just your regular card base. Then we have 3 pieces. Wrong cheat sheet. Here we go. So I need 3 pieces that are 1 7/8. 1 7/8 by 5 1/4, and we're just going to put them on our card. Get my stamp and seal to work here. You know, if you have trouble getting it going, if you just take your silicone sheet instead of your finger, then you can save your fingers from getting all sticky. So let's just put 1 piece in the middle of our card, 1 piece in the middle, and 1 piece on the front. Okay? Pretty easy, right? Then in your packet you had a 2-inch square that is cut on the diagonal. And those are going to go in the corners. Oops. In each corner. Okay. Easy peasy, right? Okay, so we'll just set this aside for right now. Ooh. All right, trying to keep this in front of the cameras. Then you should have had 2 pieces, 2 squares, and 2 white pieces. And the little squares are going to go on the little squares. The little white squares are going to go on the little red squares. So far, so good, right? And we'll just set that aside. Now, in your packet, you got this piece, which was a 2-inch square, or I'm sorry, it was a 2 3/4 square. And I already cut that piece off for you and scored for you. You got a full square of the diagonal square. Cut it in half diagonally. I didn't do that for you. You're going to have to do that. So you got 2 of these squares. One of them you need to cut on the diagonal. And that's going to go on our square there. Okay? And we'll just set that aside for a minute. I already put, I'm missing a, oh, here he is. So I have my little ladybugs, and we're going to put just a little bit. Now, you may have gotten a ladybug that may have had a little divot in its side. Don't worry about it because the wings cover it up. So I'm just going to, so I have 3 ladybugs cut out. I have my 2 squares there. Now we have some stamping to do. So we need to stamp it on the diagonal. All right, okay, let me put it up here where you can see what I'm doing. All right, and I've got my Memento black, and here's the, we'll ink him up real good. Oh, come on, ink up good, will you? Okay, I'm going to put him at the top of my square. Cute little, maybe it's her, little ladybug. She's going to go up there. And while I have the black out, I've got a little statement that says, you can bug me anytime. And I'm going to put that, because part of this white shows, I'm going to kind of bring it over to the left a little. It says, you can bug me anytime. Let's close up our black ink. And you know you should store your black ink upside down. You don't have to store your Stampin' Up! Pads upside down because they come that way. I've got Poppy Parade ink, and now you're probably going to see the top of my head because this is a 2-step stamping, and you get right above it. Whoop, let me get it all inked up good. I love clear stamps for 2-step stamping. And now we're going to put a little, oh, cute, cute, cute. Let's cover this up. And that's all the stamping we need to do there. So let's put a little glue on the back here. Put our ladybug on this red piece. And take our little ladybugs here. Come here, little ladybug. Oh, they're flying away from me. All right, so now we're going to put, now you could use dimensionals, but they get squished in the mail anyway. So we're going to put our little squares on the diagonal. Put our ladybugs on the square. And this piece I've already cut and scored for you. This little ladybug's going to go on the white part of this. And she's going to kind of overlap a little. And that's okay. So, next we're going to take our ladybug that says you can bug me anytime. And we're going to put that on our card. And it's just going to go. Don't try to line this up because you'll make yourself nuts. I purposely, you should bring, I don't know if you can see the end. Just kind of over there. You've got tone on tone. Then we'll take this triangular piece and I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal there. Now, this is the tricky part of the whole thing, but it's the easiest part. We're just going to line this up here. We're just going to line it up so that we've got white showing around it. And then we're just going to close, oops, our card. Okay. Ta-da! Now we've got that piece, okay? Now we'll close that. Now you just want to put adhesive on half of your ladybug. And you want to get it on the half that's going on your card. So I looked at my ladybug. I kind of put my finger there, put it down, and that's where I needed to put. And I'm just going to line this up, the points up with the designer series paper. Oh, okay, so that goes there. So I need to put, okay, and that's all there is to this card. And I probably should have moved this one down just a little bit. Usually you can't lift up. All right, I took it off because I thought it was off just a little. Bring it down just a touch. There, I'm happier with that placement. Okay, so there you have. So your card base is 8.5 by 5.5. We'll score it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. There's the measurements. And this is the Ladybug bundle. You can get them individually or you can get them as a bundle. It's cheaper to get them as a bundle. It's $32.25. Real quick, just let me show you that they are on page 20 of the catalog. Okay? All right, let's put that one away. Let me put these over here so they can move our ladybugs out of the way. And now we're going to do this card. And everybody got different colors because I love this paper. This paper is called Flowering Fields, and it's $11.50, and it's on page 15 of the catalog. It's right down here. And I pre-made your bows and put them in. Okay? All right. Now, here's everything. So, our card base is 4 1/4 by 5.5. The next layer is 4 by 5 1/4, and we're just going to layer that right on there like so. All right. Then we're going to take our piece of designer series paper that's 4.5 by 9 3/4, and it's scored at 3 1/4 and 6.5. And I'm going to take the double oval punch. I'm going to turn it over. And in this middle section right here, I'm going to come in and just cut half of a circle. I'm going to try my best to get it centered between the two. And that's just so that we have. And I need one of my little glues, which I thought I had everything. And of course, when you get over here to do it, you don't have everything. So, buttons on a shirt. Hold on just one little sec while I find, oh, here it is, right here. I like these little Zig glue pens. Please tell me I did that. Okay. I did that wrong. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I did it right. Okay. Phew. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and just put a little bead of glue right along the sides, and just a titch in the top, and just a titch in that top. Okay, then I'm going to fold that over, and now we can slide in. Now let's put this piece, let's go back to my seal. Okay, this is just going to get put right here. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Love it, love it, love it. This piece is 3 by 4. The piece that would go in here is just slightly less than 3 by 4, so cut it 3 by 4 and take a skosh off of 2 sides. So let me put this piece in our card so we have a place to write. All right, then you have a piece that's 1 1/4 by 4 1/2, and then you can use either side. I kind of like the other side just because it gives it a little extra accent. And that's going to go right in the middle. This is going to go down front of our card. You know what? I think I like the dark at the bottom and the light at the top. Let's do it that way. Now, from the Flowering Fields, I've got Thinking of You. I do a lot of thinking of you. What do you make a lot of? I think thinking of you goes for so many things. It can be a happy birthday. It can be a sympathy. It can... All right, now, my shortcut to get the tail is... Oh, where's my punch? Here's my punch. Well, I don't see the punch, so we'll do it the other way. You can take a punch and just make your tails, or we'll just do it this way. If you don't have a punch, you can just cut in the middle and then cut from the corner to the middle, the corner to the middle. This will just go across here, wherever you think you'd like to have it. And my flower. Your little bows are all pre-made for you. And I'm just going to stick that one right here. There. So now, there you have it. And then this could be a gift card. This could be another piece of 3x4 or slightly less. I'll borrow from Peter to pay Paul here. Except you didn't need to put the glue at the top. That was silly of me, because don't put the glue at the top. Do as I say, not as I do. There, that'll just fit right in there like so. So, there you have it. Pretty quick, pretty easy. All right, should you have any questions, please let me know. Again, here's the dimensions for that one. The DSP, the DSP for the first card came from page 9, and it's down here. I used this ribbon and this paper on these cards, and I just had so much. This paper is so beautiful. Anyway, if you have any questions, give me a call. If you need to shop online, it's www.barbhopper.stampinup.net. Everything's all over my desk. Give me a call, leave me a text, whatever. Have a good day. Bye for now.